Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Software Engineer K here, and today we've got a big update. So pre-sale 2.0 for the MONI token has reopened. This will be your very last chance to get involved. Once you miss it, then that's it. You will not be able to participate in any of the pre-sales. You will just have to wait for the public launch. Now, I also did get selected for the alpha testing, so I did manage to get myself an Inception Monster. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips and tricks which I use to secure my place. So without further ado, we'll just go straight into it. Now, on the page here, what you're going to see on the day of the second whitelisting, if we just go quickly over to this Reddit post, now it says, we have decided to reopen whitelisting for presale 2.0 on September the 9th, and that is 00 UTC plus 0, so that is midnight on September the 9th UTC. GMT is +1, so that's going to be 1 AM on September the 9th. Now, if I just have a look at the calendar, September the 9th is a Thursday, so Wednesday night or Thursday morning, whichever way you want to say it, Thursday morning 1 AM. If you're in GMT time zone, same as myself, you'll be able to participate. Otherwise, you can just calculate what this is in your time zone. September the 9th, midnight UTC. Now, what you're going to have to do is, a lot of people have requested I cover this, so I'm going to explain to you exactly how to get involved in a pre-sale. So you're going to have to come to the Monsta Infinite website, and in the top right hand corner where it says Monster Barter, this is going to change to something like MONI token pre-sale whitelist or something along those lines. You're going to have to click that, and you're going to be taken to a page with a timer. Now, ideally, you should be on this page at least, I'd say 10 minutes beforehand, just be ready. So you're going to see a minute timer with 10 minutes on it if you get in 10 minutes before. And once that timer hits 0, you're going to be taken to another page. And that page is going to look something similar to what you have here. Now, I know this says Inception Monster Barter Whitelist, but you're going to see something like MONI token whitelisting. And what you're going to have is you're going to have a series of tasks to do. And these tasks aren't too hard. They're going to involve you to enable an application called Gleam, which is going to track whether you have retweeted or joined a Discord or, joined their Facebook page. Basically, you just need to click, do the task and then click continue, and then this will update to a tick, maybe a green tick, something like that, and just work your way down. And you're going to have like one final task, which is I think something to do like check out the website, and then you can just click continue, and then your whole whitelisting tasks will be complete. It doesn't take too long. It took me about maybe 90 seconds to get through all of them. Obviously I was prepared, but I would say on average, it'll probably take you like 2.5 to 3 minutes if you're taking your time. So yeah, that's essentially how it's going to go. 10 minutes before the time, which is on September 9th, be on this page, click the whitelisting tab, which is going to be on the home page up in the top right hand corner. You get taken to this page, do the tasks, and then that's it. Now be careful, make sure you use your correct email, because they will email you, and they're also going to ask you for your BEP20 address. That should be in a wallet such as Trust Wallet or MetaMask. You cannot use a custodial wallet, so that means you cannot use an exchange wallet. So don't give them your BEP20 address on Binance or, whatever exchange. It has to be a wallet owned by yourself, such as MetaMask, Trust Wallet, one of those. So that should all be nice and simple. Now, what I did also want to touch on is if I go to, yes, so the Inception Monsters. Now, they limited these to about 4,088. Some of these have been burned. Some of these have been given away in, competitions. But they gave away 2,088. So 2,088 of these were rewarded a couple of days ago in the Monster Barter whitelist. And that's what you see currently on the homepage tab. So they used a very interesting model. The people who got in first got it for the cheapest. I think it started at 0.2 BNB, and then the final ones were going for 1.0 BNB. Now, if we have a look here, if I click Monster Barter, and this will just load up. Cool. So now the whitelisting won't work anymore. It just kind of gives you access denied because that's all done. The whitelisting part is done, so you cannot participate in the Inception Monster Egg Barter anymore. But if I click here, you guys can see it says, okay, so that's the timer, it was 00, and on my page you can see it says I own an Inception Monster. So what that means is I was indeed successful. However, there were a couple of things I had to do in order to ensure I was successful. Firstly, the obvious one is I ensured I had no other tabs open, I had everything closed. that was all fine. Secondly, I made sure beforehand that I clicked on my MetaMask and I had logged in. So make sure, because I believe MetaMask is like time sensitive. After a while, you have to re-enter your password. So make sure before the time hits 0, you have clicked MetaMask and you've re-entered your password. So MetaMask is currently logged in. That's going to save you time. And then the first thing you need to do, like most whitelisting events, is just make sure as soon as you get here, just slam this top right tab to make sure your wallet is connected. If you've already logged in, that will only take you, a few seconds. And then what you also need to do is, you can see I have to scroll all the way down. Now, what you could do is make sure you have minimized, like you have zoomed out. And then what you should be able to do is, okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so yeah, so usually about 67% is okay, because if it's too big, you're gonna spend multiple seconds scrolling. I usually go with 67 because that's enough, where it's still easy for me to go, and it's a lot easier. It's just a lot simpler for me to scroll down versus when this is maxed usually. Now, I think the way they formatted it, it doesn't make too much of a difference, but general rule of thumb, if there's anything where you're kind of competing against the clock, removing the requirement to scroll does help you. So I go with 67% in terms of my resolution, and it's just easier for me to get down. Now, you can see here that when you purchase, there is different slippage tolerances. Now, what I did is I made sure I had a manual tolerance of 200, and I made sure I had Control and V. Now, obviously typing in 200 doesn't take too long, but I just came down, I clicked Control V, done, and then I slammed this purchase button here, and that for me that worked out. Like, I managed to get in, and the reason why I chose 200 is because a lot of people are going to go with the default of 100. So I think anything above 100 should have been okay, but I went with 200 just because I didn't mind overpaying and I wanted to guarantee my spot, and that's exactly what I got a guaranteed spot. So I believe everything had sold out in about 3 seconds. So using those tips, you want to make sure you've restarted your laptop, you're sat there on the timing screen, and you have time.is open as well. So time.is is simply just a clock website. If I just go to it, it just has like live time. So I had this open on another screen, and that way I could like watch the time live, and that kind of gave me a bit more of an opportunity to prepare myself. And if we just go back, yeah, so you want to make sure you have restarted, you have the time open, you have logged into your MetaMask, you've maybe ideally reduced the size of your display so you don't have to scroll as much, and you have any kind of information that you need on a documentation. So I had on a document on another screen like my BEP20 address just in case I needed it, and then I had like my slippage ready, so I just copied and pasted like Control V 200%. And then I just hit the buy button, and then I just prayed for the best, and I managed to get in with an Inception Monster. So that's all pretty good. Now, if I just zoom back in. Okay, what happens if we zoom in? Okay, I think in this case, maybe zooming in requires less scrolling. I don't know. Actually, I think the way they've made it is like about an even amount of scrolling. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. Okay, so now, lastly, what I just wanted to go through is with regards to the MONI token sale. Now, the tokens themselves, pre-sale 1 is going to be on the 8th, pre-sale 2. So if you're whitelisting on September the 9th, you're going to be participating in the pre-sale that is on, I think it's the 15th. Yes, on the 15th of September. Now, they are using something known as an oversubscription model. So what's going to happen is, let's say there are 1,000 tokens, just okay, for a case of example, you have 1,000 MONI tokens. If you have, let's say one BNB gets you 1 MONI. I know it doesn't, but this is just for ease of maths. Let's say you have someone who contributes 500 MONI tokens, you have someone who contributes 250, and you have someone who contributes 250. They're going to get, 500 MONI, 500 and then 250 MONI, 250 MONI for their BNB. Now, let's say there's more people, they contribute even more BNB. So let's say you have, one person who contributes 1,000 BNB, and one person who contributes 500 BNB, someone else who contributes 500 BNB. That's 2,000 BNB for only 1,000 money tokens. Let's say one BNB gets you one money token. What they're going to do is, rather than that person who contributes 1,000 BNB getting all 1,000 the money tokens, that person who contributed 1,000, as a percentage of the overall contributions, that is 50%. So instead, they're actually only going to get 500 money tokens, and then the people who contribute 500 each, they're going to get a quarter. So that's 250 money tokens each. And now the question is, what about all the excess BNB that they contributed? It's unfair if they paid 1,000 BNB and only got, half the amount of money tokens. Well, the way that I've understood it is they're going to essentially not charge you for the excess BNB. That's either going to be refunded or just not taken off from your account at all. So yeah, that means that, whoever kind of gets there first, there's no advantage to it, so there's no point in using bots, and at the same time there's no point in using multiple accounts, because using multiple accounts is the same as just using one account with all of your holdings on there. So it's guaranteed that everyone is going to get some money tokens, but how much everyone gets is going to be diluted based on the total amount of BNB contributed by everyone. So the oversubscription model is going to mean less money tokens than what would have been awarded, but at the same time everyone gets some. Now, I have heard people say that they should only do it so the first 6,000 or first 10,000 gets can contribute up to 1 BNB and get enough money tokens. But you have to remember, about 100,000 people did try and sign up for whitelisting 1.0. So if they only went with 6,000 people, then over 90% of people are still going to miss out, and that's kind of something they want to avoid. So there's going to be some people buying money tokens on a pre-sale, but if you need additional money tokens, you have to wait for the public sale, and that will happen very shortly after as well. I believe let's see, are the details of exactly when the public sale is happening. Let's have a look. Also, your option to buy money tokens is during IDO listed. Okay, so the exchange listing is going to be on the 16th, so you have to wait a week after. If you don't get in, oh wait, not even a week after. It's on the 15th, the pre-sale too. So if you missed it out, you just have to wait till the next day, and you can buy more on the exchange. So I will be ready for that. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Now that's pretty much everything I want to go through with you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe to support the content. I'll keep you guys updated. I will be tracking my progress throughout the alpha testing phase as well, because I'm pretty excited. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, as always guys, I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.